All right, today we're taking a journey across India to check out some of the planet's most mind-bending natural phenomena. These are places that really challenge what we think we know and tell these incredible stories about the forces that shape our world. So let me ask you something. Do you think a bridge could actually be alive, growing stronger over time? And what about a whole sea just vanishing right in front of you? I know, it sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, but these are real things we're about to explore. So here's our game plan. We're going to tackle this in two parts. First, we'll dive into what I'm calling Earth's grand illusions, where geology and physics cook up some seriously mind-bending spectacles. Then we'll get into the architecture of life to see the unbelievable ingenuity of living ecosystems. Okay, let's kick things off with the inanimate but unbelievably powerful forces of our planet. We're talking about wonders born from things like cosmic collisions, weird physics, and the ancient rhythm of the tides. Our first stop is a place of just immense scale. It's home to the third largest crater in the entire world, formed in something called basaltic rock. Welcome to the Lonar crater in Maharashtra. So what's the story here? Well, thousands of years ago, a massive meteorite just slammed into this very spot. It's actually the only crater in India made in this hard volcanic rock. And what it left behind is this stunning, almost perfectly round dent in the earth, now filled with a really unique saline lake. It's a wild mix of a cosmic event and earthly beauty. Okay, from a cosmic crater, we're now heading high into the Himalayas, to a place that seems to defy one of the most basic rules of physics we all learn. Is it even possible for gravity to just take a break? And look, I'm not just being dramatic. This is the actual quote from the yellow signboard that greets you when you arrive at Magnetic Hill in Ladakh. It even tells you exactly where to park your car to see the magic happen. So here's the big reveal. You park your car, put it in neutral, and it looks like it's rolling uphill all by itself. But it's not a magnetic force or some weird gravity vortex. It's actually a really powerful optical illusion. The way the surrounding slopes are angled and how the horizon is hidden just completely tricks your brain. You think you're looking at an incline, but it's really a gentle downslope. Pretty clever, right? All right, for our final illusion, we're off to the coast of Odisha to a beach that plays a daily game of hide and seek with anyone who visits. This breaks it down perfectly. At Chandipur Beach, the water doesn't just pull back a little bit. During what's called ebb tide, the sea retreats up to 5 kilometers. You can literally walk out on the seabed where the ocean was just a few hours before. And then, when high tide rolls back in, you can stand there and watch the sea completely reappear. It's an amazing natural spectacle that happens every single day. Okay, so we've seen the illusions created by geology. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the incredible ingenuity of the living world. This is where we see how nature acts as both an engineer and an artist, creating wonders that are not just beautiful, but brilliantly functional. Just take a look at that number. 600. That is how many different species of exotic flowers explode into color in the Valley of Flowers. This isn't just some pretty meadow. We're talking about a botanical wonderland with just a staggering amount of biodiversity. Yeah, tucked away in the Himalayas, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is so much more than the flowers. It's a whole ecosystem. It's home to rare and elusive animals like the snow leopard, and it's all framed by these gorgeous waterfalls and streams. For just a few months every year, it becomes one of the most vibrant landscapes on the entire planet. So what do you do when the monsoon floods keep washing away your bridges every year? This slide lays out such a brilliant, elegant solution. Man-made wood and bamboo bridges just couldn't handle it. So the people of Meghalaya turned to nature itself, creating bridges that don't just survive the monsoons, they actually get stronger with every passing year. This is honestly just incredible. For centuries, the local Khasi and Gentia people have been guiding and weaving the aerial roots of rubber fig trees across rivers. We're talking about bridges that are over 175 feet long and can last for hundreds of years. It's a true testament to a deep, symbiotic relationship between people and their environment. Now, before we hit our next wonder, let's just quickly get on the same page about what a mangrove forest is. Imagine a forest that actually grows in salt water, with these super complex root systems that act like a natural shield for the coastline. They are absolutely vital ecosystems, and India is home to a truly magnificent one. And that brings us to the Sundarbans. This is a massive mangrove forest that sits in the delta of three huge rivers. It actually gets its name from the sundari trees that grow all over the place here. And it's a critical habitat for an amazing range of wildlife, including, yes, the majestic Bengal tiger and threatened species like the estuarine crocodile. From a forest that protects the coast, we now go to coastal waters that put on their very own light show. For our final wonder, we're heading to the backwaters of Kerala, where the water itself puts on this magical display after the sun goes down. The secret behind this incredible glow is something called bioluminescence. Now, it's not magic, but it sure looks like it. It's basically a chemical reaction inside tiny organisms called microplankton. When there's a lot of them in the water, any little disturbance, like a boat passing or a hand in the water, causes them to light up with this beautiful, ethereal blue glow. You know, this quote really sums up everything we've looked at today perfectly. From hills that seem to defy gravity, to bridges that are alive, and seas that glow in the dark, these natural wonders do more than just impress us. They really push us to see the world with a fresh sense of awe. So what's the big takeaway here? I think it's that nature is both a powerful artist and a brilliant engineer. We've seen how forces like geology create these grand illusions, and at the same time how living ecosystems come up with solutions of breathtaking ingenuity, like those root bridges. Each one of these places is just a profound reminder of the extraordinary forces that are always at play on our planet. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. We've journeyed to some of India's most spectacular and famous sites, but mystery and wonder aren't just in faraway places. What natural phenomena, big or small, are just waiting to be discovered, maybe right where you live? Thanks for joining us.
Prepared by K. Rajendra Prasad.